The words hit like a hammer to the chest. Not tonight, or any night. She said it, calm, deliberate, eyes cold. I stared at her, stunned, tasting betrayal before it even fully formed. The house was quiet, except for the faint tick of the clock mocking me. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I waited. I remember the first night we met. Warm laughter spilling over cheap wine, her hand brushing mine with that innocent promise of forever. I believed in us. I built dreams around her smile, invested in a life that now felt like a trap. Trust was my currency, and she spent it carelessly. It started small, late nights at work, a sudden obsession with her phone, a fragrance that wasn't mine. I noticed, of course, subtle hints that made me pause, messages deleted too quickly, stories erased from social media, a distant tone that didn't belong. But I kept my composure. I observed. I cataloged. The proof came when I least expected it. A single slip, a careless text on her laptop, left open for just a moment. Names, dates, a reality stripped bare. The betrayal wasn't hypothetical. It was vivid, sharp, poisonous. I felt my heart tighten, but I didn't react. There's power in silence, and I had learned it. I didn't explode. I planned. My mind became a map of calculated moves. I redirected my energy, time, money, attention, all toward myself, toward a life where her deceit couldn't touch me. I started small. I invested where it mattered. Work, self-improvement, friendships. My finances flourished under careful, deliberate hands. Social circles shifted subtly. Alliances formed. Networks expanded. All unseen. All precise. I watched her confidence crumble like sand slipping through fingers. The first confrontation was subtle. Invitations to events she would never receive. Opportunities she would never know existed. Friends began noticing the gap she created herself. Promotions she wanted came my way. Every move I made was mirrored by her absence, her ignorance of my silent ascent. Then came the legal groundwork, quiet, meticulous. I ensured every agreement, every document, every potential leverage point tilted in my favor. I never rushed. Timing is everything. The first day she realized her power was gone, she didn't cry, she didn't plead, she panicked. The moment of confrontation was cinematic. I watched her approach, eyes wide, voice trembling. I was wrong. Please, can we fix this? Her words tumbled out like a confession, raw, desperate. I didn't answer immediately. I let her feel the weight of everything she'd lost, the respect, the affection, the control she once held. I don't know if you can understand, I finally said, voice calm, deliberate. Not tonight, or any night. I let it echo, letting the irony sink in. Her betrayal, mirrored back at her in the emptiness she created, was more powerful than any tirade I could have thrown. She begged, clawed, tried to manipulate. I let her flail. Every attempt she made reminded me of the patience I had invested, the intelligence applied to dismantle her world. It wasn't cruelty, it was justice. Every step she had taken against me was mirrored by the steps I had orchestrated in response. Calculated, inevitable. Now I look at her, not with anger, not with pain, but with relief. I'm free. Empowered. A life once compromised by trust misplaced now belongs wholly to me. And she? She realizes too late that her world was built on fragile lies, and I was always the architect of my own salvation. I sip my drink, watching the sunset paint the city gold. She watches too, silently, aware that her pleas fall on ears that no longer bend. I built a life she cannot infiltrate, cannot corrupt. The betrayal that once shattered me has become the foundation of my strength. Not tonight, not any night, and she knows it.